Just a few days in, and yet another chilling breaking story. Trump, the mass deportations, and the possible real civil unrest that this might cause between leaders of states, not just the country and the populace. This.
November 5th, 2024 will be Liberation Day in America. On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history. I will rescue every city and town that has been invaded and conquered, and we will put these vicious and bloodthirsty criminals in jail or kick them the hell out of our country and fast. To expedite removal of the Tren de Aragua and other savage gangs, I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of, listen to this, 1798, that's an old one. All of the criminals from every country in the world is being deposited right into our nation, and we're not going to take it.
If the Trump administration requests it, would the Massachusetts State Police assist in mass deportations?
No, absolutely not. But let me say this. There's going to be a lot of pressure on states and state officials, and I can assure you we're going to work really hard to deliver. Some realities also need to be, noted, and that is in 2016, we had a very different situation in the courts.
Title of the article reads, Healey says Massachusetts won't cooperate with mass deportations. Governor Maura Healey said that the state police would not be used to deport migrants and vowed to use, in quotes, every tool in the toolbox to counter the next Trump administration. She was also quoted as saying, absolutely not, Healey said. The situation in the courts is very different in 2024 than it was in 2016, she added. While litigation against the Trump administration is still on the table, Healey said she would support other ways of resistance. This could include using the state's regulatory authority, her executive powers, and state legislation. She was also quoted as saying, there's a lot of other ways that people are going to act and need to act for the sake of their states and their residents, Healey said. In quotes, every tool in the toolbox has got to be used to protect our citizens, to protect our residents, and protect our states, and certainly to hold the line of democracy and the rule of law. Governor Maura Healey of Massachusetts is just one of the people in this breaking story, aside from what really happened in Los Angeles as well, that isn't going to put up with certain acts by Trump.
McDonald told the council, as the community's expectations for policing have evolved, so has he. At today's meeting, he also faced complaints from the public that the LAPD could again become an arm of federal immigration agents who could be more aggressive under a new president. McDonald said no. He says it's not part of the LAPD's job and says he will follow the city rules that prohibit almost all immigration cooperation.
So yes, people in Los Angeles are very scared. And in this breaking story, the new chief of the LAPD claims he won't do it. Take a listen. New Los Angeles Police Department Chief Jim McDonald says police will not participate in mass deportations. And we quote, what I can say here is any talk of mass roundups or the police department being involved in that thing, we do not do that kind of thing.
LAPD will protect our immigrant community. LAPD officers will not take action to determine a person's immigration status and will not arrest someone for their status. And LAPD will not assist with mass deportations.
For those of you watching who are old enough, quite frankly, I can go all the way back to Nixon and discuss the concept of immigration. It could have been solved in whatever someone defines as solved 15 times by now in the last 50 years, and yet it never really is. I wonder why that is. So while I believe fully in proper legal immigration, there is a key to that I don't find to be that difficult of a solution. Yet for some reason, really weird, right? Cheap labor. For some reason, it seems to never just get done. And now, with Trump's second term, we're staring at somebody who's liable to start slinging bullets to try and accomplish what his campaign promise is. Hold on to your seats, folks, and call your local councilman. Stay strong.